All right, ladies and gentlemen, let us talk about XDefiant. We are going to talk about XDefiant first because I need to dance on the grave a little bit. I genuinely need to dance on the grave a little bit. It is quite insane, this story. This was shown to be, or I should say, they told me about this while I was doing Griffcast earlier today, and I was already pissed off from Alan Wake 2. And then I got this message in a super chat, and I looked into it, and I'm like, wow, we're officially here, huh? We're here. So, in case you guys are unaware, let me give you a little bit of context as to what XDefiant is. So, XDefiant, first-person shooter. It's a video game that Ubisoft really hoped and thought would be competitive against Call of Duty. Now, when it comes to XDefiant, in all actuality, did at one point have a massive player base. Okay? Massive player base. They had all the players. They had everything they needed in order to make this a successful potential competitor against Call of Duty. But in typical Ubisoft fashion, they fumbled the ball. They fumbled the ball big time. And what ended up happening was they went from millions, and I mean millions, of concurrent players a month to about 20,000. And that's across all platforms. That was the last number that I heard before the eventual shutdown. So they went from millions of players to 20,000. Okay? So Ubisoft fumbled the ball, and that's their fault. That's nobody's fault other than themselves. They couldn't find a way to keep players engaged. They couldn't find a way to make the game profitable, and the game flopped. Now, about a month and a half ago, I did a video talking about XDefiant. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to find it on my YouTube channel right now. I'm going to do it live. I'm going to try to find it on my YouTube channel talking about this game. And the amount of comments that I got about this game on my YouTube channel was insane. Okay? All right, so I made the video. Here, I'll show you right now. I'll show you right fucking now. We're going to do it live. So I made this video on October 18th, I believe. Yes. October 18th. I made this video. XDefiant is dead. I said Ubisoft tanks another game. XDefiant rumored to end after Season 4 due to poor player count. I did this on October 18th, and I said this game is going to die within a couple of months from this video. And the amount of people that were in my comments on this video was insane. I don't even know if I could see them all because they probably all went hidden because of the amount of times they were cursing me out. But the amount of comments that were on this video was insane. I saw people talking about, you're a grifter, you're a liar, the game is fine, you're a Call of Duty shill, you're just hating on it, blah, 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 whatever. Right? So, yeah, I actually overshot it. I know I overshot it. That's crazy, right? That's crazy. I was actually wrong technically. It ended earlier than I thought. But anyway, whatever. That's besides the point. So I made this video, and people were calling me, all kinds of shit. Liar, grifter, blah, 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 whatever. And then here's the best part. So let me bring this up. Actually, hold on. Let me bring this up because now we're going to dance on them. I don't have the clip that Atreus usually plays when he dances on them, but I'm going to dance on them a little bit. We're going to dance. Let's dance on these motherfuckers, okay? PC Gamer. When'd you write this shit, bitch? PC Gamer wrote this shit on September 18th of 2024. Okay. PC Gamer writes the following. The game is absolutely not dying. XDefiant boss rejects claims that Ubisoft shooter is struggling to find players. Really? So how's that working out for you, motherfucker? Andy over at PC Gamer. How's that working out for you, bitch? You got felted just as bad as David Jaffe. What are we doing? PC Gamer? So here's what they were quoting. And this is why we're dancing on them right now. So get your dancing shoes. Come on. We're gonna dance on Andy right now. I want you guys to understand something. I saw the writing on the wall for this game. Everybody could see the writing on the wall for this game. And what ended up happening was the developers tried to come out and pretend as if everything was fine. Right? They try to come out and pretend like everything was good, that the YouTubers are just lying. We're lying to you. Right? We're just lying to you. We're just mad. We just want to be angry. We just want to hate on stuff. That's what it is, right? So they sold you that lie. And then what ends up happening is that the truth always comes out. You know who else also said the same thing? You guys know who else said the same thing about, oh, the game is fine. We're going to be fine. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it. You know who else said that? Concord. You know what other studio lied to their players? Firewalk Studios. You know where they're at? Dead. You know where this game is at? Dead with them. And this is why I constantly tell you, do not believe a single fucking word that these losers tell you, right? I'm not telling you to believe everything that I say. No, obviously not. I want you to research your own thing and make up your own mind. All I could do is pass off the information that I am finding on a daily basis to you, my viewers, and then you make up your mind from there. But what I will say is that I was absolutely right on this shit. I was 100% right on this, just like I was right on Concord. This game was going to die, and it was going to die relatively soon. And when these developers come out and they say shit like this, look at what he said. Let me read it to you really quick because it might be too small on screen. Let me read it to you. Shout out to Yellow Flash. I just saw him in the chat. What's up, Yellow Flash? How you doing, brother? Welcome to the stream. Look at this. This developer said, I just want to quickly address the status of the game. Is the game dying? Mark, who I take to be XDefiant executive producer Mark Rubin, wrote in the update, no, the game is absolutely not dying. We know there are things that we need to improve, like netcode and hit registration, and adding more content to progression, but the game is doing well. The game is doing well. Guys, did you hear that? The game is doing well. The game is absolutely not dead. Everything's fine. Everything's okay. And this is the problem in the mainstream gaming industry. When we talk about AAA studios, games, and whatnot, this is the bullshit that they try to sell you. They're constantly selling you the fucking lies. And what I said in my video, I'll tell you exactly what I said in my video. How is it that you can have, I think they had 20 million players. They had an insane amount of players. They could have actually made something with this game, right? They could have done it. They could have done it. They could have genuinely made something with this game. But you decide to release a first-person shooter, and two of the issues that you have with your game are literal game killers for first-person shooters. So you release your game and you have netcode issues. That's number one, massive fuck up. And then the biggest one of all is you have hit registration problems. Are you serious right now? How in the fuck are you thinking that you are going to be able to compete against Call of Duty, one of the most milquetoast consistent games out there, constantly giving you the same experience every single time, but at least it's the same experience? These motherfuckers have hit registration problems in a first-person shooter. So if I shoot your foot, I'm getting a headshot. Like, that's what we're dealing with. It's kind of required, I think, in my opinion, that you have a decent hit registration and netcode when you're releasing a first-person shooter. Don't you think it's kind of required? So when I saw these things and I read about these things, and I'm like, we are months into this game. This game had been released for months already. And you mean to tell me that you still, till this day, at the time that I filmed that, you have hit registration problems and netcode issues? Yeah, no, you're cooked. You're cooked. The game's dead. And that's why I said the game was going to die in a couple of months. Lo and behold, the game died a month later or 2 months later or whatever, a couple months later. It's insane. It's insane. What are we fucking doing here? So anyway, this brings us to the statement. Let's read the actual statement from XDefiant. Hold on, let me take a drink real quick. Hold on. All right. So let's read it. XDefiant. Dear players, important message. XDefiant is sunsetting. That's it. I don't gotta read the rest of this. I don't gotta read the rest of this shit.